Murray, the winner of almost $2 million in prize money. He's drawn the inside for James Cummings and Chris Parnham.
987 days since he won the Randwick Guineas Brit at a mile at Group 1 level. It's a long, long time now. Since then, he's been retired to start. He was turned out to be infertile. He's come back to his racing career. He's now being gelded, and he's coming into this second up today in Western Australia. He's had 2 runs over on the East Coast leading into it. He had a run in the Gilgai over 1200 down the straight at Flemington. He then had a 1200 behind Haydock in the Manikato at Moonee Valley. A 1400 metres after being almost 3 weeks between runs at Ascot, coming across the Nullarbor. He's at 3 wide the trip, no cover, beaten 1.9 lengths by KC. He meets her on exactly the same weight terms here. He has to carry top weight 58 kilos as a Metro 109 racer. But what he does is he gets the inside gate. He gets gate number 1 for the informed Western Australian hoop Chris Parnham. And if he can sit leaders back behind Great Shot or 3 back the fence, he's going to get a soft run. He's going to get his chance. It's just going to be up to Kementari to put his nose in front at the right time.
Well, Material Man is the 2. He was first up when he finished 3rd in the 2018 Railway. He comes here today fresh. Justin Warwick, Paul Harvey.
Well, he's no stranger to Railway Stakes. He ran 3rd and he's run 5th in the 2 railways that he's competed in his life. In both those races, turning for home, he hit the front, so he's given the Connections a real run for their money in this $1 million feature. He's now a 9-year-old, as you say, 36 starts, 16 wins. He came of age again once he returned to Justin Warwick's stable over the winter. He won the Group 3 Strickland Stakes at 2,000, the Swan River Vars at 2,200. I think as a 9-year-old, a mile first up is probably a little bit beyond him, but if there's one man that can do it, Justin Warwick, Paul Harvey, it's a powerful combination.
The 3 is Galo Chop, the veteran of the field. At 10 years old, he's amassed nearly $4.5 million in prize money. Matt Williams and Brad Rawiller.
Well, didn't he give them a run for their money last year in the Kingston Town Classic? It took a filly called KC with only 50 kilos to run him down at weight for age at 1,800 metres. He is now 6 weeks between runs since we last saw him in the Caulfield Stakes beaten by 5.5 lengths by our very own Arcadia Queen. His trial on Monday was sensational. He beat Trap for Fools and went straight past him like he was glued to the floor. The only thing for Brad Rawiller here is where on earth does he get to from that gate? After the scratchings of the emergencies, he comes into gate number 16. He does have Too Close to Sun drawn 4 gates inside, which helps, but I still don't see a way in which he gets across without having to punch the breeze 3 wide.
Here is the 4 in KC. Neville Parnham prepares, and we know the awful circumstance during the week of Stevie Parnham being injured. So Jason Brown, Neville's old apprentice many moons ago, takes the ride.
Well, can we take you back 20 years ago, Britt, the year 2000, Neville Parnham, Jason Brown won a Perth Cup with Luna Tudor. Can they do it again here today? It's a wonderful pickup ride for JJ Brown, and no doubt Stevie Parnham would have given him the lowdown yesterday on how to ride this mare. If you are aboard KC and you're watching in the run and she's under severe sufferance at the 800, don't worry, she'll come again, she'll pick up the bit. She's really, really good, this mare, and I agree with Neville Parnham. She is capable of creating a weight carrying record and winning a Railway Stakes.
The second of the Justin Warwick prepared runners is Spiritual Warrior with Lucy to ride.
Well, I would imagine that Spiritual Warrior is headed towards this year's Perth Cup on the 2nd of January and then probably trying to find a race like the Sydney Cup at 3,200. He's an out-and-out stayer. Justin Warwick's done a sensational job with him. Hard to imagine that it took 12 starts in Justin's care to win a race with him when he came back from Kalgoorlie. He's probably going to find these a little bit too slick.
Taxagano is the 6. Who could forget his first up victory in the Northerly? It seemed to be a bit of divine intervention with in the race named after Northerly. Fred Kersley preparing Taxagano at $91, no less.
Well, he beat Platoon that day, and he beat a number of horses that are in this field, Britt. So I actually don't see, including KC obviously, I don't see why he would be impossible in a race like this. He's 30s out to 60s, and he's probably going to continue to drift Taxagano. But the harder they go in front, the more genuine this race is run, and the more they turn it into a staying test, the more they bring Taxagano into it as a blowout chance.
Great Shot is the 7, of course, the winner of the 2017 Railway. Reece Radford prepares, Craig Staples rides.
And he felt the penalty of that, Britt. He hasn't won a race since the 2017 Railway Stakes. Reece Radford throws the winkers on here. He gets in at 53 kilos. He drops 5 out of the weight for ageless steer, so he gets 4 kilos weight swing on KC for only being beaten 3.5 lengths. But I thought that day Craig Staples gave him every opportunity with 59 kilos out in front at 1400. I do worry whether or not maybe, Britt, it could be the last time we see Great Shot. He's been such a good campaigner for so long, but he's just not quite showing that same level of fight.
Well, if you're into statistics and history in this race, even just in the last 10 years, only one horse has carried more than 53.5 kilos to win the railway, and that was Lucky Grey, which means these next horses that we're all about to preview, they carry 53.5 or less, and the first of them is Red Can Man. On this day last year, finished third in the WA Guineas at just his one start at the mile.
Well, 2 starts ago, Asian Bow Stakes, one of the replays we watched. He gets 1.5 kilos off Inspirational Girl, the favourite, for being beaten under a length. Last start, the Listia Stakes again, another one that we watched in replay, beaten 3/4 of a length by KC, gets 4.5 kilos weight swing on her. You would imagine from the gate, Sean McGrady will have Red Can Man really close handy to the speed. I'm thinking even one out, one back, just tracking every move of the Too Close to Sun. And if he gets put into the race at the right time, I think he's a live chance for those men that are here in those bush chook shirts.
They look fantastic as well. Cup Night is the 9. This would be a tremendous story. Bernie Miller and Paddy Carberry.
14 starts here at Ascot, 6 of his 8 wins, as Bernie Miller said in his interview with Lockie in the stalls. He had this horse the day he was born. He was born on Cup Night, so his stable name is Stevie, after Stevie Payne. He'd have a wonderful story if the family could win. Paddy Carberry's family are in the ownership. He and Bernie Miller have had such a good association for so long. He has the turn of foot to be able to win a race like this, Britt. There's no doubt in my mind. My only query is whether that interrupted preparation takes too much out of what is today his grand final.
The 10 is Dance Music. Jade McNaught rode in her first Group 1 in last year's railway on Perfect Jewel, and today she takes the mount on the Simon Miller prepared mare.
I thought she was almost career best at a mile last start in the Northern Cup with 56, but she got up along the inside. That was a rail hot day, and I just don't see a spot for Jade McNaught here. Dance Music is probably going to do it tough.
Inspirational Girl is the 11. This is the favourite for Bob and Sandra Peters, Grant and Alana Williams and William Pike.
I agree with you, Britt. There is a case to be made that she could have been 10 from 10 undefeated. The 2 days she got beaten, she ran the fastest last 1,000, 600, 400 and 200 of the race to get as close as she did when she finished second, beaten a short half head, and then third when she was 56 days between runs, beaten under a length by Patristic. She's an absolute marvel, this mare. Is there a case to be made that it might have come a season too quickly for her? Well, that's Willie Pike's opinion, but I think that Inspirational Girl, if she can get 3 wide with cover, watch out for the Cerise and White late, and if she does hit the front with 100 to go, wait to hear this roar.
Missile Launch is the 12. You mentioned the owners of Red Can Man in their shirts. Well, they've got custom jackets for the owners of Missile Launch as well. Vaughan Sigley, Troy Turner.
The winner of a Kalgoorlie Cup 2 starts ago, he's probably going to have to drop out from the gate, be ridden for luck. Watch for him in a fortnight's time in the Kingston Town, and more importantly, a few weeks after that in the Perth Cup.
Platoon is the 13. We heard from Neville Parnham, who has really been seeing this horse build into the campaign.
And dropping back to the 53 kilos, to the minimum, which is exactly where he was 12 months ago when he ran third in the railway behind Regal Power. Brad Parnham has a nice 3 wide train to follow. We're talking about horses that'll be in that 3 wide moving line. Inspirational Girl, KC, Platoon, they're all good enough on their day, and Brad Parnham's going to be following the right horse.
Too Close the Sun is the 14, and this is the one that you like, Scott. A winner 7 days ago in the Ascot Gold Cup, oh so impressively.
I love this horse, Britt. I think that he can slide forward, gate 12 after scratchings, backing up off 7 days. Lindsay Smith produced Scales of Justice in a very similar performance a few years ago. Scales of Justice won an RJ Peters, backed up off 7 days, won a railway. Too Close the Sun won an Ascot Gold Cup, backs up off 7 days. I think he can win a railway here. Watch for him hitting the front before they corner. Catch me if you can. And for mine, from a betting perspective, Britt, each way forever.
Truly Great is the 15, comes into this in form. Another one who backs up off 7 days out of the RJ Peters.
He's now won 4 starts in a row, 3 this campaign and 1 at the end of his previous. I thought that he was on a Perth Cup campaign, but Bob Peters has pulled the right rein, coming back in trip, got him into the railway here. Again, it's just going to be a question mark for Clint Johnston-Porter. Where can he possibly get to?
And the final runner is Uni Time.
Last year's Carbine Club Stakes winner on exactly this day 12 months ago, just not quite going well enough in a handicap.
All right, how are you ordering the 4 for the 2020 Keirin Railway Stakes?
As they start to move in, Britt, 14, 11, 8 and 1. I think that Too Close the Sun can sit outside the leader, put them to the sword turning for home and run away. So I'm hoping that for Joey Azapar party. It's his first Group 1 in Western Australia. He scored a Group 1 win in Singapore, but hopefully for him today, it's his time to shine in the West. 14 for me, each way, Too Close to the Sun. 11, Inspirational Girl. I can't wait to hear this crowd if she does hit the front, because the punters love their William Pike, and she's now off the map in late betting. Number 8 in Red Can Man, who's as tough as nails, and 1, Kementari, who should get it soft. 14, 11, 8 and 1 for me in this year's Railway.
Okay, they are forming a line beautifully at the 1600 metre start. Here is Darren McCauley, the voice of WA Racing, to call them home.
Now walks the favourite Inspirational Girl from the gathering area just to the side of the gates. As Missile Launch goes up now, makes its way there into the stalls. Great to have your company, of course, for this premium Railway Stakes. In goes Truly Great, Galo Chop to join them. Dance Music will come forward. Winner of the Northern Cup over 1600 recently. Now Red Can Man is about to move up and join the line. Not far away from this great Ascot mile, steeped in so much history and so much tradition. The favourite Inspirational Girl walks in for William Pike, attempting to boot home a hat-trick of railway winners. And Galo Chop is the last to be brought forward. The field is set, so stand by. The $1 million Group 1 Kirin Railway. All set. Ready, racing. Great shot, jump well, Taxagano, Red Can Man, the mare Dance Music, spearing across now through the first 150. Too Close the Sun, bustled forward with Galo Chop, Truly Great. He's out there wide from Material Man, and Kementari trying to hold up in the first half. A length and a half to KC, getting back shortly after the start, then Taxagano with Inspirational Girl and Missile Launch. Platoon's back there with Cup Night, Spiritual Warrior, and 2 lengths to Uni Time, who's last of all, approaching the 1,000 here in the Railway. Great shot. Of course, the winner in 2017. Stacked them up in front from Dance Music. Running third, Galo Chop a little wide. Over on the inside, getting the run of the race, Red Can Man from Too Close to the Sun. It's nice and handy at the 800. 3/4 of a length away. Then came on the outside, Truly Great with Kementari in on the rail. Back behind those, then a length away, Material Man, followed by Missile Launch. Brown starting to dig up KC. She's on the outside of Inspirational Girl, looking for a bit of room nearing the turn. Hemmed away on the fence, Taxagano, followed further back by Platoon, then Cup Night, Uni Time and Spiritual Warrior. At the 400 they turn for home. Great shot joined by Dance Music, and Too Close the Sun got them all. Too Close the Sun hit the front. Now McGruddy gets around their heels with Red Can Man. Material Man, Kementari working his way through, and here comes Inspirational Girl. She's starting to thread her way through the field. Inspirational Girl, Pike under hands and heels, ranges up, grabs the lead. It's a winning hat-trick for the Wizard, and goes home Inspirational Girl. Uni Time from last. There's a run down the outside, probably second from Too Close to the Sun. Cup Night, Material Man and Red Can Man from Platoon. Truly Great, then Kementari, Taxagano, KC. In behind those, the tiring Great Shot, Spiritual Warrior, Missile Launch. Further back behind them to Dance Music. And last to greet the judge in the Railway of 2020, Galo Chop. Inspirational Girl has given the Cerise and White a 3rd straight victory in the Railway. Bob Peters, Team Williams, and the wizardry of W. Pike. Back day one after 3 months riding in Victoria, and he has delivered the goods for his legion of fans all over the nation. Just gliding his way through. Hands and heels it was for Inspirational Girl. She joins Regal Power, Galaxy Star, Elite Bell, to have all carried the Cerise and White to victory in the Group 1. 11 is the winner by Reliable Man, and that is a 9th victory from 11 starts. 14. On the inside, in fact, Too Close the Sun holds second, ahead of 16 Uni Time. Very close. Uni Time, what a run. It was back last. Thought it had run second for sure out near the middle of the track, but Too Close the Sun's kicked, and so has Red Can Man to fill fourth placing. Too Close the Sun hitting the lead, kicking away. But you can see Inspirational Girl starting to sigh the way through the middle of the field, and with Pike at his bustling, busy best, hands and heels, she surged clear and went home to win it. Very close for second, you need time, and also there was Too Close the Sun. Listen to the chant here. The crowd are going up. They're chanting Pikey. They're chanting Pike. Scenes that we've never seen at Ascot Racecourse. The man they love. And he's still on his way back, but there is an English-style chant from the crowd here as the Wizard prepares to come back in unprecedented scenes, bringing a smile down there to even owner Bob Peters. And we'll capture the moment too, because the crowd are getting right in behind the superstar WA rider. And it is almost like we are at Wembley. The chant for Pike. I've never heard anything quite like it. But that's exactly what's happening here today. And we'll come back. We'll go to Brittany because she's right down there at the moment with Bob Peters. Brittany Taylor's there with Bob Peters. What a proud day it is for Bob, of course. Another Railway Stakes winners. W. Pike heads back. And just have a listen to this. Have a listen to the crowd erupting here for arguably the best we've ever seen. W. Pike back from Victoria and about to bring Inspirational Girl back. Brittany will take it down there with you and capture the atmosphere as this combination head back now to the winners' enclosure.
Thanks very much, Darren. I do have Bob Peters with me. And Bob, it's been a big fortnight. Of course, William had a big decision to make with Arcadia Queen on the last day of the Melbourne Cup Carnival. Everything is okay now that we've seen him salute. How influential were you in his decision to come back home to partner Inspirational Girl?
Well, I made it for him.
What did you say? Did you say, no, you're coming home?
No, I said, you've got a lot more rides to have here than you got over there. You'll have one over there, and you'll be in probably 8 races here.
Was it important to you to have him partnering this horse today?
No, it's important to have him on any horse, but I just thought that, he had a lot more chance of riding a couple of winners here.
How does this Railway Stakes differ for you? You've won so many. This is your 3rd in a row, but this one isn't a horse you bred, but rather one you went and purchased at the sales.
It feels a bit the same because she's really one of our good families now. Her dam is a full sister to Midnight Special, who's been very good to us, who we raced, and now we've got the family growing in with stakes winners. I think Midnight Special's had 2 stakes winners and a stakes placed, and this mare's had 2 stakes winners now, and now we've put a Group 1 in amongst it. We've got demontisation in New Zealand as well going for us, so the family's building and it feels like she's one of ours.
What was going through your mind coming to the corner? We know typically you don't like your horses to get out too wide. You like to see Pikey cut the corner. When he did just that, what were you thinking?
I had a talk to him early and said he'll be in the funnel. They'll want to come from the outside and they'll want to keep up and kick up on the inside, but provided you can stay in the middle and get a run through, you should be right.
What about a comment on Alana Williams? You've had the big dual state operation, Grant in charge of the horses over east, and she's been in many ways on her own, and this is very much a victory for her. Yeah,
it's a good result for the whole team, and we had our ups and downs over there. Everyone looks at the good parts, but they don't realise we had lots of bad parts as well, and that's part of racing.
Well, this is an ultimate high. 3 railways in a row. Congratulations to you, Bob.
Thank you. This was a race that we found very hard to win early on. I think we won it in 2001, and then it took about 13 years to win it again, and then we took a few years, but now we've got a bit of a handle on it, I think.
Now you can't stop winning it. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Bob Peters. Scott Embry, William Pike had well, I guess we were all saying had a big decision to make, but Bob said he made it for him and it's come off.
It certainly has. It must have taken a lot, Pikey, to come back and avoid that ride on Arcadia Queen, because I'm reading between the lines, but it seems like she's your favourite of all time.
Yeah, definitely. She's right up there. And not only that, I sort of wanted to tone a little bit from my Cox Plate ride. I didn't give her a good ride that day, so I was hoping to go out on a winning note, but That's right, Luke Curry did a great job.
Certainly did. It looked like a high-pressure race out there today. I know Chris Parnham last start struggled with Inspirational Girl to hold a spot. What was it like today?
I was very lucky. She was really on the ball today. Grant and Alana, nobody turns horses out for big races like them. Look, honestly, they find a length every time. I'm really lucky to be able to ride for them. And look, I had a really good run in transit. She jumped clean, which I think was a big positive for her today. She's been a bit sluggish. I don't think there was any clever tricks about it. She just did today. And I had to jostle a bit and hold my spot so I didn't get washed backwards. I was going to head out in the bend, but that just sort of didn't quite eventuate. The flow wasn't there. And luckily enough for me, there was a run just up ahead, and look, she quickened that easy. That I probably could have gone where I liked anyway. Coming in
with the winners' enclosure here with this crowd cheering Pikey, Pikey. Can you believe that only 15 days ago you're riding over on the East Coast with not a single person on course?
Yes, definitely a different feel. That was a little bit more fun. I suppose it has its positives and its negatives. Right now I'm a winner, so it's definitely all positive.
Quarantine, I'm thinking 3 C's, cattle, chocolate, coffee. Was there much else?
Well, the chocolate ran out on the second day, so I was in a lot of trouble. Look, I had my cows. I love you too, mate. Look, I had my cows. I had a lot of little things to do, but look, all I did was pot around. I didn't do anything all that exciting. Some days I didn't get off my bum and just watch Netflix, and other days I was out actually doing something. So it's a bit of everything.
I think the best part about you, Pikey, is that you're just another bloke. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks very much.
There's William Pike, the man of the moment, and isn't the crowd up and about it? I have Alana Williams with me here because she has been so instrumental as co-trainer of Inspirational Girl. But Alana, this has been a season with a difference. Your family had to make enormous sacrifice to have a dual state operation. How satisfying is this for you?
Yeah, it was a massive challenge for us, but one that we were really keen to take on. Yeah, it's been life like no other the last few months, but this has made it really worth it.
In the last week, were you feeling the pressure knowing that this was all you this time? There wasn't Grant to lean on, so to speak, in terms of having him here to look over her?
Yeah, obviously I speak to Grant a couple of times a day over it, and I was sick in the gut since Tuesday. I was really nervous, just trying to get the horses there in good shape, and you know how hard that can be. So, yeah, I'm just glad it's all worked out for the best.
Were you confident that you had her in the best shape she could be coming into today?
Yeah, I thought so. I've been happy with her since the last run. Everything's gone